Hello everybody, I'm Vacation Thomas and welcome back to another video. This time I am back with another solo playthrough of Forbidden Lands, where I'll be continuing the adventures of Ganulf and Ulrich, who last episode just recently acquired a stronghold finally. That's curse-free for now. There's no inhabitants for now. And they're starting to fix it up. They fixed it up. Last session, they did a lot of hunting and foraging to get we got 2 meat, 2 pelts, 9 vegetables just in the stronghold ready to be cooked and made into better things to sell in town so we can get some tools. Because right now, we don't have any tools to actually make any of the base kind of functions for the stronghold. Ganulf does have some gear, 10 silver. Ulrich only has 1, so not too much, but we're going to try to fix that today. So the main goal of today's session is going to be trying to make some money. I think we're going to, like I said, cook up any meat, vegetables we have, maybe do a bit of gathering around here, make the trip up to Wind End, sell what we have, maybe do a little quest or two, just a quick favor for somebody, get a little extra pocket money. And then come back with hopefully some tools at the very least. But I also wouldn't mind getting a hireling or 2. I don't want to get too many too quick because we need money first. But we're in a forest. We probably need a lumberjack at the very least to get wood so we can build other functions. And then one of the first things we're going to have to build is a quarry so we can get stone. And then we'll want to get a quarry worker as well. What's nice is, yeah, the player's handbook has at least suggestions for salary for all the different hirelings that you could get. So you got like quarry worker, 3 copper, lumberjack, 4 copper. So 7 copper per day for like a 10-day. I need like 7 silvers. It's gonna start adding up. So I'm gonna need ways to make money a little bit before I can get there. So Springrise 45. Let's do a weather roll. This isn't the accurate weather, so it is hot out. Great. There's a downpour of rain, and the force though is none. So hot makes hiking suck, downpour makes leading the way suck. So that seems like today is not the day to go into town, unfortunately. But that's fine. We can, cook up stuff and just do stuff around the stronghold for today. I'll quickly let both of them rest, and then we'll roll real fast for rations. So do food ration first. I don't know why it lags out there, but it's just too much for it to handle a D12, man. Foundry's really hitting the limits with 1 dice. No, I'm just joking. I love Foundry. All right, so rations are looking good. Okay, so wake up. You hear the rain pouring outside. I can feel the heat coming in through the windows. Or it's not a day for going outside. Looking at our talents, who is the chef? Ganulf is the chef. So I genuinely think we don't have, what functions do we have again? So we just have a fireplace and a moat. That is it. The player's handbook. So functions, like I said, the main 2 things, probably the main first thing I want to build is a quarry. To get a quarry, it takes a day time, but you do need a sledgehammer, pickaxe, and a shovel. Then we can start getting stone that way. And then you don't build anything to get wood. You just have a lumberjack work. You just need like an axe for that. So I guess I need an axe, a pickaxe, a shovel, and a sledgehammer. Those are the 4 items I need. So let me actually write those down. Axe, pickaxe. So I just posted those in the chat just so I'll remember. So not trying to hike today. Not trying to get knocked out by just going on a hike like that's happened previously. Even though at least Ganulf here, I mean, they're both wolfkins, so they should be good at tracking. And I mean, Ganulf especially is like a hunter, so they're good in the forest. They got Path of the Forest, so the fact they keep getting, lost and stuff, just trying to hike, it's kind of rough. But anyway, we'll have this first quarter day. Let's fast forward time real fast. 6 a.m. We'll have the first quarter day be Ganulf cooking up some of the meat and vegetables. So we'll cook up the meat first and then any vegetables after that. So let me do that first, which I think there's no skill check. It's just you roll a d6. We have a fire because we have our fireplace. I don't think we have a proper kitchen. I don't think we can say that. So I mean, maybe we do. We could cook up to a dozen units of food. I don't think we do. I mean, that's not like a function, like for the stronghold, a kitchen, but I don't know. Maybe we do. Because, I mean, I think this is assuming you're cooking over, like, just a campfire, right? So obviously you're not gonna be able to cook very much, but if you have like a table and an actual work area, I guess when we look at the notes, what was this place previously? It was previously used for war, but it had to have a kitchen in it, right? So maybe we can say, I mean, we go from a D6 to a dozen units. We'll say we don't have a proper kitchen yet. I think that's maybe something we can upgrade or add. So 3 units of food being cooked in the morning. So we will go ahead and convert 2 meat and 1 vegetable. So we have now 0 meat and 8 vegetable. And then we have basically 3 rations, which I believe you just add. I'm looking under the wrong thing. I just searched there we go, field rations. So we'll just add that there. It's not technically the same thing, I don't think, but we'll just kind of count it as, you know, our food rations, which I think we're both, everybody's maxed out on their rations, which is great. So that's what Ganulf did from 6 to noon. Let me add that into their cooked. What is Ulrich doing? What is Ulrich doing? They're a bit of a builder. They could be out gathering herbs, vegetables, which maybe is their best use of time because we just need money. And I think the best way to get that is just from, I don't know, foraging and then doing that kind of stuff. So sure, they could do a foraging roll. What is that for them? Just a survival check, but we gotta have all the modifiers in there, right? So let me double check. We'll just pull this up because it's a little bit easier. Ulrich will be doing the foraging, going to the journeys table. Let's double check some modifiers. So we're in a dark forest, so foraging is -1. And then also the season matters, right? Foraging during spring is also -1. So we're foraging at a -2. Great. Love that for us. So yeah, let's do it. Forage we have herbalist, but then I'll just knock 2 dice off. I don't think we need to roll for hot or like the downpour stuff because we're not like hiking or leading the way. We're just kind of foraging around. We'll push it. Why not? We got 1 success, but we could always get more. We didn't, but we did get a bane. So that's fun. But we're back up to 9 vegetables. Or foraged. I was gonna put foraged. No, foraged. All right, so now we're up to noon. I don't think I want to do anything else too crazy, so I think we're just gonna have Ganulf keep cooking. Cook up a storm. Okay, 1 thing is all they cook, so we're down to 8 and up to 4 rations. And we'll just have a Ulrich forage again, so herbalist, and then we'll -2 because of dark forest and it being the spring. We failed. Let's go ahead and bush. Failed again, so just cooked. We already did the cooking, and then final part of the day, we're just gonna do it all again. I know, not very exciting stuff going on so far, but you know, we kind of need just stuff done before we can start getting into cool battles and up to fun quests. I want to establish, you know, a bit of a stronghold, a bit of a home, so gotta do this stuff. Do -2 and just do another forage roll. That one failed again. Maybe it's just the downpour is making it hard to forage. Yeah, I guess so. So we just cooked again. So that's it. Still 5 extra rations. We're already full on our rations. That's pretty good. I'm curious, what do rations normally go for price-wise? 1 silver. That's pretty good. I forget how selling stuff works. I think you just get like a certain amount, like 25% back or something. Let me double check on that. Okay, well, I don't know. I didn't see anything in the book about selling, and I kind of forget how I've played it in the past. I think normally what I do is just like half the buy value, maybe you can negotiate. I know it probably varies place to place, but just as like a general rule, I think that's probably okay. Yeah, we'll just go with that. So I mean, this is 5 silver. I guess like 2.5 silver. It's not very much. We need a quicker source of income. We just need to go find a dungeon, loot it up. There we go. And then, you know, that's an easy way to get money. But that's it for today. Hopefully tomorrow is nicer weather, so we can actually go into Wind End. Like I said, I might like sell stuff, but then also try to do like a quest for somebody. You know, maybe if we need tools, we go to the smith and then we do a quest for them. So instead of having to pay them, we just do them a favor or whatever. Like that could be a better solution. I don't know. So let's go ahead and I'll create a new journal entry real fast. All right, there we go. Let's roll for the weather and look at that. We got pleasant temperature, no rain, no wind. That is great weather to go out for a hike. So no wind and no rain. Love to see it. So we wake up on this beautiful Springrise 46, bright and early. Look outside and see no rain, no wind. Well, of course, you don't see any wind. Let me have them both rest up real fast and do the old ration check. But I think we are going to head into town. As long as, you know, we get this taken care of, bring some food along to sell, do a couple quests, and it'll be a great time. Let me double check something. Do one of us have a donkey? I thought someone does. I have a donkey character. Someone has a donkey. I didn't make note of who. I guess it does have leather on them. I think we want to transfer that. I don't know if we've already done that. I don't think I have. So transfer 3 leather into here. That transfer all 3. We delete it out of here. Cool. The donkey doesn't even have a name. So, and I don't even remember buying them. That's kind of bad. There's just a random donkey at the castle. I'm like, oh yeah, forgot about you. I'm sure someone's been feeding them, but yeah, so we're looking good to rock and roll. Rations are all in order. So I guess what is worth selling? We have a lot of vegetables. I don't know if those are worth selling in their state. Yeah, those are only 4 copper. Might as well be cooked up into field rations, and then we'll get a little bit more out of them. Actually, like double the price, basically. Not quite, but whatever. Leather, can we sell that? That's probably worth something. 12 copper. Yeah, we'll bring that along. Who's gonna take stuff? So we'll have Ulrich can carry stuff. So we'll have you take the 5 field rations, I guess. Is that all 5? No, it's just 1, 2. There's no quantity for these 3. Or you know what? No, we'll bring the donkey along. You know what? We'll put everything on the donkey. I think that'll make things a little bit easier. So field rations 5. I don't know, why can't I do quantity? Or am I just missing it? There's weight, supply, no, there's no quantity. I'll just put it over 5, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we'll delete those out. Put the leather back on the donkey. We'll delete that out. Is the pelt worth selling? 8 copper, I guess like 16, and probably not. Probably just keep it. Okay, so Gunulf, Ulrich, and the donkey shall set off on a quest. A quest to get some tools. Very exciting. Just going on an errand run, essentially. I'm sure we won't counter anything too crazy. We're traveling through known territory, so that should help us a little bit. Let me put the donkey thing there. Let me pin that. Does that works? Okay. We'll put him above there. Doesn't really matter. Okay. So where is our party token? Wait, did I like delete it or something? Where did it go? Let me put it back on the map. The squad. There we go. All right. So let's get going. So we're going to spend our first quarter day hiking. Let's see who's going to be doing what exactly. I kind of forget who's better at what. So we need someone leading the way, which is a scouting role or survival role, and then someone else keeping watch, which is a scouting role. Survival, they got 6 total. They have 8 total. So Ulrich should definitely be leading the way, and then Gunulf keeps watch. Seems to sound good to me. So We do keep watch every quarter day, so we do the keep watch roll first, seeing what Ganolf sees as we travel along. Lots of Banes. I'm not going to push that because that would hurt real bad. So we'll just not see anything. If something sneaks up on us, it's going to sneak up on us. Oh, Ganolf's just, you know, taking it a little bit easy since he's like, it's, you know, beautiful day out. I'll see if anything's coming. Maybe a bit overconfident in their abilities. They love their bow and arrows, so maybe they're restringing that or focused to doing something with that they're not even really paying as much attention. But hopefully that won't come back and bite us. We'll see. Let's do a lead the way roll with Ulrich. Hopefully they can at least get a success. And no, rolled 3 Banes. 3 Banes. I am not going to push that, but we still do make progress. And I will quickly, where's my little macro sheet? Let me pull that up. Journey, Dark Forest, but this is somewhere we've been, so it's a returning Dark Forest. That means we won't have a random encounter. What did we get? So the tangled undergrowth forces the adventurers to hack their way through. We see a bit of a valley off to the side. It's a dark forest, you know. We got nice weather. It's not even like a breeze. It's probably, you know, it's a dark forest, so there's not a lot of sun getting through. But we're gonna have to have a little bit of a mishap. So on the mishap table, we are gonna have to do a lead the way mishap. Okay, what happens? I'm kind of scared. Blocked terrain. The way forward is blocked by rocks, fallen trees, thick shrubbery, or flooding. You must roll might or move to be able to move forward. If you fail, suffer 1 point. Okay. So, who's leading the way again? Ulrich's leading the way, right? So Ulrich at one point kind of stops in the trail because we see just a really, it's like a valley, right? We saw a valley and it's like the only way to really go forward, but it's just covered with thickets and vines, and we're gonna have to like really just chop our way through with well, I think Ulrich has their trusty, what do they have, a longsword, broadsword, longsword, and then Ganolf just has their dagger that they'll have to use, but they both got something, right? So might or move. So let's have Ganolf go first. Or they could try to move around it. That would be a roll of 5. Might would be a roll of 3. So Ganolf, seeing they have a dagger, they're gonna, instead of trying to just go through the thickets, try to just find ways around to move without really trying. I mean, still cutting some, but trying to just more go around it than go through it. So let's see how that goes for Ganolf. And they're able to find some little like areas of not vines and whatnot where they're able to pass through a little bit more easily. Ulrich, on the other hand, let's see, it was might or move. I think they're doing might for sure. Ulrich, I mean, they got their longsword, so Ganolf's kind of just tucking and ducking around vines and trees and whatnot. Ganolf just taking his sword, slashing through it. Let's see how that goes. Poorly. It goes poorly. I'm gonna push that though. What's the worst that could happen, right? We do get a success, 2 hits to strength, but that's not the end of the world. We make it through the thickets and the vines and the fallen trees, and we are moving right along. So even though Ganolf isn't keeping watch and Ulrich is not doing a great job at leading the way, kind of took us down to dead end where we had to go through this thick vines and whatnot, shrubbery, we were persevering. So let's keep on keeping on and see how the rest of this quarter day walk goes. Actually, yeah, I think we get to move to, you know, let me double check this because Dark Forest is difficult terrain, I believe. So I don't know how far we can move. Dark Forest is difficult terrain. I think it's 2 hexes. It's 1 hex per quarter day in difficult terrain. Man, we should just be going like around, I guess. But I guess this is the most straightforward path, so this probably is the move. Okay, so that's it for this quarter day. Dang, this is why it took me so long to get here in the last time. I guess we really do need good weather. But okay, so, and that was just a second lead the way roll, so we're good there. Let's get another quick roll on this just to get some more flavor. So we're continuing through the dark forest. We pass through the valley. At this point, we see some small black ponds that force the adventurer to take a more winding path. And there's some burial mounds next to these black ponds. So very not pleasant you know, scenery. Yeah, it's very still dark and kind of damp, but at least we got some nice weather and we're not having the path blocked at this point. So we're here right now. So is that right? Yeah, 6 to noon to 6. Yeah, we're gonna have to force march through the night to get to Wind End. But hey, we're gonna just keep on keeping on. So next quarter day, we're gonna keep pushing on. Lead the way, Ulrich, and see how this goes. That looks like a success, right? Yeah, we got a couple successes. Great. So we're here now, and it is midnight. Maybe we shouldn't have done that, because that's like, we're having to force march now, right? Oh boy, and how does that work? Let me double check that real fast. Apparently my bike was just muted for the past couple of minutes, so my bad. What I was just saying is I'm going to kind of undo what some of the stuff I just did. I'm not going to push through the day because then I'd have to force hike twice. I'm just going to set up camp. So I did a make camp roll with Ulrich with Gunolf helping. That worked. And we find a place to set up camp under a huge uprooted tree that provides shelter and shade. So now it is midnight. Camp has been made. We're both just going to sleep and hope nothing tries to attack us while we sleep. So I'm going to, we haven't been using Mythic a whole lot because I feel like we haven't been doing too much story-wise. We've just been at the strongholds. I haven't felt the need to do like scene alterations. I want to start incorporating Mythic a little bit more, but I haven't felt it very necessary at the moment. So let's ask it a question though. Does anything interrupt our night's sleep? I think it is likely. I'm not going to go very likely, but I think it's likely that something interrupts our night's sleep. And yes, something does interrupt our night's sleep. Okay, so let's see. I'm just going to assume it's like a random encounter. And let me get like a, well, random monster, random encounter for a dark forest. I guess is kind of what we want, right? Yeah. So what... Okay, we got the no encounter option. Well, that's not quite what I wanted. It's not quite what I wanted. Okay, we got no encounter again. But Mythic said there was an encounter, so we gotta roll. Okay, there we go. The rustle of bones. I'll just quickly read through this. So they appear without warning, a group of once proud human warriors. Now they are nothing but crumbling skeletons, which for some reason have been given unholy life. They are totally silent, but when they start to move, you hear the dry sound of century-old bones creaking against each other. The grinning skulls of the skeleton open their jaws when they attack, emitting silent steam. D6 plus 3 skeletons attack the adventurers without warning. They fight to the last man, but are not particularly fast, and it is fairly easy to run away from them, although skeletons will pursue the adventurers as long as they're in sight. Great. So D6 plus 3, that seems like a lot. What if I roll like a 6? No. I rolled a 6. Okay, so that's 9 skeletons. What does a skeleton stat block look like? Okay, this is gonna be kind of tough. So, and they're definitely getting the jump on us because we were asleep. No one's keeping watch, and we get rolled up on by a group of 9 skeletons. We must have picked a campsite right next to some burial ground, the wrong spot to sleep. Okay, let me, I guess, add all of these to the initiative, and I guess they're gonna get a surprise round. That's 9 skeletons though. That's a lot. I don't like that. Okay, I forget who draws the initiative first. We'll just have my guys draw first, and then we'll go for all the skeletons. But I don't know if there's enough cards. There's only like 1 through 10, isn't there? Are they gonna double up initiative, or how's that? Not enough initiative cards. Yeah, that's what I thought. So someone's got to double up on it. Okay, we got 2 number 8s. Okay. I will say, I'm pretty sure they would have a surprise round. I mean, I think it's fair. We were sleeping, even though they're pretty slow. It seems like, yeah, they're not, they're pretty silent as well. So we're not going to really hear them if we're sleeping until they're like basically right on top of us. So let me look at something real fast. Okay, so to keep this a little fair, I will say they get a surprise round, but we'll say only 1 skeleton gets one attack on each Gnolf and Ulrich, and then we'll be in, I think, initiative proper. So we'll just go with this one. They're all gonna probably do the same thing, I imagine, right? Combat, monster attack. Why are these not set up like... Oh, instead they act like normal fighters. Oh, wait, really? Do they have gear? Okay, it's just not like equipped. So wait, either studded leather or chainmail is the stuff they have? Okay. Okay, well, I didn't say anything specific, so I kind of just made them have half and half. So like 5 have studded leather, 4 have chainmail. They're all wearing a closed helmet, I guess, because these are like skeleton warriors. They're all wielding a rusty broadsword. So that's what we're dealing with right now. And so they attack like normal NPCs. So basically they're doing a minor or fast action and slow action. I'm gonna say major and minor action, but playing a little bit too much Fallout. So why are there... Oh, because I put these all in their backpack. They need to be equipped. Okay, hold on. Okay, that took longer than I expected to set up, but I also wasn't expected to get attacked by 9 skeletons in the middle of the night, so there you go. That also means we're not going to get a good night's sleep, which is very unfortunate, but that's just how it goes, I guess. And we're going to have... I think this is our first combat of the game. That would be crazy if it is, but I think so. But have a pretty peaceful encounter, and I guess this is what it's been building up to. So we'll have this skeleton attack Gnolf. So it's going to just swing with its rusty sword at Gnolf. See if this hits. It does not. I don't think NPCs can push rolls. I don't think that's a thing. So I think that's all that one does. This one will attack Ulrich with its rusty sword. And that does land a hit on Ulrich, dealing 3 damage. Luckily, Ulrich does have some armor to maybe absorb some of that damage. Nope, not at all. So Ulrich is immediately down. Okay. All right. That's a bit of an issue. Because they were at 2 strength. They took 3 damage. That was... with an armor check. Do I not have any talents that could help me, maybe? Pain resistant, what does that do? I don't think that helps me. That's for close combat stuff. Sword fighting. I could parry, but no, this is a surprise attack. I'm not gonna be able to parry. I'm asleep. Yeah, I think Ulrich is just knocked out. So this leaves Gnolf in a bit of a situation where they're both fast asleep, thinking, oh, it's a great night, sleeping in the dark forest, and all of a sudden, Gnolf is woken up by the sound of crackling bones and a sword just barely missing his face as he like turns over in his sleep. And at the same time, he hears a pained yell from his companion as they both wake up and see 9 skeletons around them, like 2 basically right on top of them, attacking them. And Gnolf looks over to see Ulrich getting sliced at and falls unconscious. So now we're in a bit of a situation, because even if we wanted to run, it's not an option. And Gnolf is all that's left, and all they do have a dagger, but their main weapon is a longbow. And while that's great, at distance, we got 9 melee users all around us. It's a bit of an issue. I think this might be the end for Ulrich. Maybe not entirely, but it's not looking good. Man, these hikes, this dark forest is dangerous. Who would have guessed? So, I mean, I don't really know what to do here. I think Gnolf, I think the best situation is Gnolf runs away and tries to lure the skeletons away from Ulrich. Ulrich's unconscious, so at this point the skeletons probably won't try to attack him more. I think that's fair to say. And then once the skeletons leave, Gnolf goes back and like rescues Ulrich. I think that's the plan. So let me double check something real fast in the rules. Okay, so here's kind of what the rules say, because I'm looking up like how does fleeing combat works. I'll read it word for word. So fleeing combat, if you're losing a fight, it might be better to retreat, yada yada yada. If you want to leave combat, you don't have any enemies at arm's length, you can roll for move. A successful roll means you managed to get away. You cannot flee this way if you're trapped or surrounded. You cannot use your roll past. You cannot use your roll to move past an opponent. You must flee in the same direction you came from. I don't really think that applies here. So it seems like right now we're pretty surrounded. But I think it's not, all hope is not lost. So that fleeing is technically a slow action. But there is a fast action called retreat, which I think applies here. Let me find it again. So retreat says this action must be used instead of run if you have an enemy at arm's length, brings you to near range, roll for move if you fail. So I think, I don't know for sure, brings me to near range, which is, I think that's, I would just have a minus. I think I could flee if I retreat first, but I would have a -1 modifier. But I think that's worth trying because I don't know what else I would do. So I'm going to, as a fast action, retreat. Which let me double check, but that should just be, I mean, that's probably something I could do on here. Combat, retreat. So Gnolf, well, actually, is it, I hope it's Gnolf's turn, right? Who's who? Who is who? Okay, thank goodness Gnolf is the one, because someone is way down here in initiative, but that's Ulrich. So I'm very lucky. If Gnolf wasn't at the top of the initiative, it might have been game over. It might have been game over for these fine folks. But we're still alive. So did we do it? We didn't do a retreat roll because I had to double check. Oh, we did do the retreat roll. Okay, never mind. I forgot I just rolled it. I was double checking thing. I looked away right as I was doing it. But we did get a success. So fast action, we retreat. We're good there. So then I think I just need to try to just flee, which I believe is a move roll with a -1 modifier. Let's see if we can flee, and it looks like we do. So we are able, with a -1 modifier, that was my fast action and slow action combined. I think, you know, we were pretty surrounded, but I don't think we were completely cornered. Maybe I could have asked Mythic, but I think it's fine. We're just gonna roll with it, right? We got flanked by 9 skeletons in the middle of the night. So Ulrich manages, or sorry, Gnolf manages to get away, kind of bring the skeletons with him and lose them. We'll say I'm out of initiative at this point. I never even technically began combat, so we're gonna remove these all for now. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. So Gnolf ran away strategically, not cowardice. I mean, if we want to stay alive here, this is the move. So we're out of combat, kind of lost the skeletons. It's a deep forest, so they can't move that fast. So Gnolf is pretty good in the woods. So I think it's pretty natural that they could get away like that. So let's see. I might use this. The wolf can have a powerful sense of smell. I don't think that's really going to help now. What I basically want to do now is do maybe like a sneak roll to try to backtrack to Ulrich and then see what's going on there. So I'm going to do a stealth roll to see, can I backtrack without making too much noise and attracting the skeletons? Looks like yes, I can. To at least the area where Ulrich is, to see if he's still there and alive. So I'll ask Mythic some questions. We'll let Mythic kind of figure out what's going on here. So Gnolf kind of stealthily kind of circles back, like loses the skeleton, circles back to the area where Ulrich was, where they set up camp, and sees where Ulrich was. Now, is Ulrich still there? I think it's very likely. I don't think the skeletons would drag off a body. I don't know if they're that intelligent, right? I don't know for sure, but let's say very likely that Ulrich is still there. There's a chance he's not, but probably. Okay, yes, and now we're getting a random event. Here we go. This isn't what I wanted right now. Ambiguous event. Okay, increase. Legal matters. What the heck does that mean? For now, I'm not going to do anything with that, but I think I think that could be a fun thing for the stronghold. Like once we get back from this journey, we have something with the stronghold and a legal matter. Maybe, you know, there's a sign on the door saying like, hey, this is my place, you can't be here, move out, or something like that. And we're gonna have like a legal dispute. That could be kind of fun. But we're not gonna worry about that right now. But yes, Ulrich is still there. That's great. Let's see. Do I see any skeletons still around? I think it's unlikely. I mean, I think if I probably would have tried my best to kind of have them chase after me for a little bit, then lose them, then kind of backtrack. I think it's probably very unlikely that there's any around, but maybe there's a few. So are there any skeletons around? No, there are not. Love to hear that. So I see Ulrich laying there. So I'm going to go up stealthily and check. Is Ulrich still alive? Did the skeletons finish him off? Would skeletons finish them off? I mean, they probably were too busy chasing me. So I'm going to go with, is he still alive? I think very likely. I think it's actually nearly certain he's still alive because that all happened so fast. I don't know what skeletons would focus on. Would they focus on finishing off someone that's down? Would they focus on the guy that's still running around? I think it's more likely that he's still alive. So is Ulrich still alive? He's unconscious, but is he still alive? Yes. Okay. Good. Then I think it's a strength is what was broken. So I just need to do a healing roll. We don't have like any medicine on us, which isn't good. I will push that roll. We're rocking and rolling. Okay. So Ulrich is back up and he's like, what happened? And Gnolf's like, long story, got ambushed by skeletons. We gotta get out of here. So also, I think both of them would be sleepy. We'll say, I don't know what time it is. They interrupted the sleep. I don't know at what point, but everything kind of works in quarter days. So we'll say after all that, you know, maybe it was like, 3 o'clock, but then to lure the skeletons away, come back healing. We'll say it's just 6, just to make things easier. And I think they would both be sleepy. Let me double check how sleepy condition works. Yeah, I think at this point we would both get the sleepy condition because it's been a full day without sleep. That's pretty much just how it works. Which it seems like the sleepy condition isn't that detrimental to us at the moment. I mean, obviously getting sleep would have been much preferred in this situation than not getting completely ambushed by a bunch of skeletons. But we survived, right? Surely. I mean, basically, we're still alive. Ulrich's not doing too good, but we're okay. So let me delete all these skeletons off here. My goodness. I think maybe we'll pick back up on this next time. But man, oh man. So let me also update this real quick. So we were hiking, and then we made camp. I mean, I was obviously, once again, as pretty much every single time I play this game, I was hoping to get a lot more done today, but I also wasn't expecting that whole encounter. So that's just how it goes. But we're halfway to Wind End. All we got to do is just go the rest of today. We'll sleep at a cabin or tavern or whatever, rest up, do some quests in Wind End, earn some money, sell some stuff, buy some tools, hire some hirelings, and then go back to the stronghold where we're going to be dealing with increasing legal matters. I'll make that as a note. I don't know where this would make the most sense, but I want to remember this. So maybe we'll make like a little top like event section. I don't know. I just want to not forget. So events was what? Increase. We don't want that to be bold. Can I do I just want regular. Can I just do regular? Okay, there we go. Increase legal matters. Yeah, so I like the idea that stronghold did belong to somebody and they are now mad or try to get like legal action going on. So I don't know. I like the idea that whenever we get back from this journey, there might be some sign up or maybe someone has moved back in. there's going to be some drama with the stronghold. You know, I felt like since I kind of brushed off the whole curse thing and all of that, like I definitely wanted there to be some drama and I don't know, struggles getting the stronghold. So I think this will be a kind of a fun way that get into a little bit of a legal dispute on maybe who owns it or who claims to own it. Do they actually own it? Are they just bluffing? Who knows? But I think we'll figure that out next time, and hopefully finish up this trip to Wind End, get some supplies, get some hireling, we get Firewater running, we gotta get it secured. We gotta formally claim it as our own, because I guess clearly there's some contention on who it belongs to, but we'll pick back up on all of this next time. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, a like would be greatly appreciated, and until next time, I'll see ya.